thank you very much. Welcome once again. This is module 2 of our series, and we are looking at the topic file management basics today. But before we start, remember to subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you very much. Sit back and let's do this. All right, so the first question we need to answer is what is file management? When we say file management, we're actually talking about the way you organize, you store and keep track of your files. Files should be properly organized to enable easy access. If your files are not properly managed or organized, your system will be messed up, files here and there, so disorganized. So it is important for you to organize your files properly. And this file organization involves several actions, such as the following. You can create a folder. So a folder is just a container where all your files are kept for easy organization or proper organization. You can actually name, your files. So in file organization, naming files clearly is part of the task you have to carry out. Another one is moving files to the right place. So you can actually move files from one place to the other anytime you're talking about file organization. You can also copy files from one place to the other. You can delete a file that you no longer need on your system. All this one is just to keep your system tidy. You can also back up your files. Backing up files means making a duplicate of your important files. So that is what we mean by that. So there are several things that you can do when it comes to file management. On your screen, you can see these two icons. This very yellow icon representing a folder, a container into which or in which you can actually save your files and other important documents, while this is a typical icon representing Microsoft Office Excel. So this is a file and this is a folder. You can keep this file in this folder, but you can't keep a folder in a file. So take note of that. Then moving further, now we are going to zoom in on Microsoft Office Access. How is this file management basic actually done in Microsoft Office Access? It's very easy. So in Microsoft Office Access, when we talk about file management basics, we talk about creating new workbook from scratch or from template. When we say scratch, we are creating it from the beginning. Why template means you already have the existing template or format that you want to base your work on. Then we also have the other one that says saving files in different formats. So you can actually save your file in different formats, such as CSV, which means comma separated value, and PDF, meaning portable document format. And you have Excel extensible there. And you also need an understanding of what we mean by file extension. So anytime you create a file in any program at all, the program or the computer has a way of attaching extra letters to the file name for easy identification by any digital device. Then another one is opening recently used workbook. Every workbook, remember the word workbook here refers to a collection of all your worksheets. A collection of all your worksheets. So in other words, a workbook is a file that is created in Microsoft Office Excel. So you can open already existing ones, recently used ones. You can also protect your workbook or worksheet from being accessed or from being altered, the content being altered. So you can also hide and unhide worksheets. So all these things we shall see in our practical session. So talking about the practical session, so we shall be covering the following practical tasks in MS Excel. We shall be creating new workbook from scratch and template. We shall be saving files in different file formats, and we shall also understand the meaning of what we call file extension and the various ways you can identify them. And we also open recently used workbook, and we also protect our worksheet and workbook against unauthorized use in order to protect the content, the data that we have in there. So thank you very much. Please don't go, remember to subscribe. Don't ever forget to like, share, and comment. Thank you. See you the other side as we switch over to Microsoft Office Excel, where we will now talk about the various practical file management steps. Thank you. All right, welcome back. Let us create the following task. As we said in our previous video, let's do this. Now, the first task we will need to do here is to create a new workbook, followed by saving a file or your workbook in different file formats. Then we shall look at file extension briefly, and we will open recently used webbook. And we also protect our webbook and our worksheet in order to protect the content, to protect the data that are contained in it. We also learn how to hide and unhide worksheet. So let's start with the first start here. Creating new workbook. It's very simple, just like every other file. So what you need to do is, first of all, you open your Microsoft Office Excel, you launch it. So by launching it, you can search for it here, Excel. You can see the icon here, double click on it, it will open. Or you check your taskbar, you can also see the icon representing it here. You open it, then it opens for you. Now, when it opens, that automatically means you've opened a new workbook. So let me just take the steps. You can click file here and you say new here. So by the time you pick new, you have several templates. So in case you want to use a template, you have several templates here, depending on the one you have installed on your system, or you can go online to look for templates online. So because I'm doing a blank one, let me pick this one that says blank. So you click on it and it opens like this for you. This is how to create a blank workbook. You can see that it's blank, there's nothing there yet. So you'll be the one to populate it, you'll be the one to impute your data there. Now, that is how to create it. Now, the second one is saving files in different file formats. So let's say this is something I have created in this Microsoft Excel. So how do I save this? You can go to File, you now say Save for the first time. You click on Save. But just in case you want to resave the work with a different name so that and you want to put in a different folder as well, you now should Save As. Should save as. So let me just do this one because of the training purpose. And you now look for a storage location. Where do you want to keep your file? So let me pick this one that says browse. And from here, let me put it on the desktop. So you check. These are different folders, different places where you can keep all your files. So let me just say desktop here and give the file a name. Let me just say training underscore one. Or let's say training purpose. That is the file name. So I'm saving it on the desktop. So I'm going to click on save here. So the file has been saved. So if you check the title bar, you see the name of the file here. And we see these 4 letters here. See these 4 letters here. This one we call the file name extension. The file name extension. This file name extension tells you the format, the way the file is stored in the memory of the computer, such that any computer that has the capability of handling a file like this can open it. That is what it means. So that's how to save a file, and that's how to save a file in different formats. So let's say I want to save this same file in PDF here like this. I will go to File. That choose, I can say Save As, browse to locate or to look for where you want to save it. You see this place here that says Save As Type. Save as type. If I pull down this place, you see different file formats, or different file extension. You can see this one. This is by default XLSX. Here, this one is macro L. This is XLSN. This is the extension. You can see these 4 letters here. This is general binary. So these are different. You can see all these extensions, different extensions. You can see the SCV. SCV means comma separated value. See here. So these are different extensions. You can see them. All this one, they determine the format of the file. Determine the format of. So you can choose any of these ones and you save. So let me see something like SCV. Click on it, and let me also save it on the desktop as the same file name and save. So the file has been saved as SCV. That is comma separated values. We save a file, different file format, and I've also saved also shown us different file extension. For instance, for PDF, it's very simple. Just click on File. You can also go to More here, or if yours is not showing option here, if you see More here, click on More, then you go to Export. You go to this Export. Then here you can now create a PDF file. If I click here, say PDF. If I click on it now, you now ask me to give the file a name, choose my file location, and save. So the file will now be saved as portable document format. So if I go to the desktop, it should be there by now. Okay, you can see it here. It's loading. It's going to come up. Okay, good. You can see it here. Let me expand this window. So this is the file I just saved. Is in PDF, portable document format. So it's not like a normal document, but this type of document you can't easily edit the content. You can't easily edit the content. All right. So this is how, in case you want to save your file as PDF, you can do that as well. Now, going back there again, what about opening recently used workbook? Of course, we have done this in the course of this explanation. You can go to File. Now, when you say New here, we see the whole of this place that says these are the ones opened yesterday. These are the ones I just opened a few minutes ago. Okay, you can see the date and the time. So this date and time, all these things you are seeing here, they actually call the metadata. Okay, these are other extra information about your file. All this information, they describe all these your files. They give extra information, detailed information about your file. Like this very file here called training purpose. You can see the time and the date it was created. There are other information about it, like the size of the file and all that. Those are all called metadata. Metadata is simple term means data about data. So that is how to actually open recent ones. So if I want to go through, this is last week. You can still go further. Okay, so let me just open any of this and see how it appeared. You can see this is something I opened last week. All right, so I have opened it again. This is how you open recently used files. Now, what about protecting workbook and worksheet? Please, I want you to pay attention to this very number 5, how I want to do it now. But before I do that, let me talk about this one first so that I will wrap up with this. So for me to hide and unhide workbook, I have only one worksheet here. I have only one worksheet here. For me to hide and unhide worksheet, this is how you go about it. For instance, let's assume that you have more than one worksheet here. If I right click the one I want to hide, you always see it here. See this is hide. But what I want to do now, I want to insert another one. Then come back here. I want to hide it so that you open it from